Legion Tactical Cutlery.
Hey everyone, how you guys doing? It's Grugs of Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back, Legionnaires. Welcome back, troops, and welcome back any new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys showing up to my channel and taking a look. Today in front of you, you see a very massive Kukri by Condor Tool and Knife. This is the King Kukri. All right, troops, as usual, before we get into this blade, what is in your pocket? Today, I am carrying this Holzfors as a secondary knife or companion knife to this Kukri. Let me know what is in your pocket, troops. Veterans and military personnel, you have a place here at my channel. Welcome. We appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for your service. All right, Legionnaires, real quick specs on this one. This is the Condor King Kukri with an overall length of 18.8 inches. They're calling it a machete, fine by me. Blade length is a 12.6 inch and it's bead blasted. Blade material is 1075 high carbon steel. Blade thickness is 0.2 inch. The blade type is obviously a Kukri. The handle is a walnut. The weight of this bad boy is 34 ounces. This Kukri was supposedly designed by Joe Flowers. This does have a convex edge. And that's it, folks. Let's get into some serious chopping with this. All right, let's do a quick close-up. There is a massive blade with a convex grind right there. That's just a little bit of rust. Hopefully we'll get it out with all the chopping that we will do. There is no finger choil or sharpening choil. There's just this little area, so it can choke up a little bit. Hopefully I could do some feather sticks with this. Walnut handle that is pinned. It's got a hole for a lanyard. I did put a lanyard on here myself. This is full tang. She is beautiful. If you could see that convex grind right there, it's fantastic. It does have this fuller, supposedly for strength and lightweight. Okay, very simple type of Kukri, ladies and gentlemen. The famous leather sheath that is supplied by Condor, and it is adequate. It does a fine job, and this particular sheath is beautiful. All right, we've got the quick specs done. We've got the close-up done. Chop time. All right, Legionnaires, we're gonna try chopping that 5-inch pressure-treated fence post again. This does have a heavy-duty convex grind, so I'm very curious to see how this is gonna work. Now, I tried chopping into the wood so it would stick, and it did not stick. So that's something that I've noticed off the bat. That's not necessarily bad, but it just brings a question mark to my mind. But anyway, enough talk, let's go. Well, right off the bat, I am feeling a little bit of hand shock, but it's doing the damage, that's for sure. I might get my gloves. Let me put on this lanyard. But still a positive feel in the hand. Well, let's keep going. Enough talk. As you can see, I'm definitely hitting this hard because the wood is bouncing. Let's try a different position here. Now, I did not sharpen this. I did not strop this. I didn't do anything to this one. It's not as sharp as I would like, but again, it's a serious convex edge, and I'm hoping that the convex edge is going to do some good chopping. But so far, so good. I mean, look at that. Let's do this little piece right here. Yeah, it's doing the job. I just can't tell if the blade is doing something or what. I'm sure it is. But it doesn't feel like, you know, some of the other Kukris that I've used, maybe because they're thinner, but it doesn't feel like it's biting and digging in. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. I'm not sure yet. Let's keep going. Let's do the other side. I'm also going to use different parts of the blade. This area over here too. Definitely very different. Especially after testing so many sharp blades from Work Tough Gear and other manufacturers. Very, very different. I have to be honest, not as efficient as I thought it would be. Not as efficient. I almost feel like I'm muscling through this, you know what I mean? I don't feel like the knife is actually doing the work, but I could be wrong. Okay, let's check out this edge. I mean, there is no damage and it still feels very sharp, but it's just maybe because the convex edge is very thick, you know? But I could swear to you that I would be through this by now. All right, but you know what? Let's keep going. Okay, fantastic. It's done. So just so you could see, it's pretty thick. It did the job, no doubt, but not efficiently. Who knows, maybe it needs to be regrounded, maybe a little bit more sharp. Anyway, let's continue. All right, troops, I hope she's a good batoner. I'm gonna do some vertical and horizontal batoning with this piece of wood. So far, so good. Okay, that's good. That's working out. I can make some feather sticks with this. All right. So no issues with batoning. Let me try a different log. All right, troops, let's try this log right here. I know I've used this log before. Just gonna reuse this one again. It's already cut in half. I'm going to try to baton horizontally and see what that does. I kind of felt that the other piece of wood just seemed too easy to split. Maybe it's just the way it is, but it's always good to keep on testing. So let's go. See, the edge is so thick, it's barely penetrating so far. So I'm just gonna keep on going and see what it does. If the horizontal baton doesn't work, I'll do vertical. Kind of glad I picked this log up. But you could see it's not going through anything. Let's take a look at that. It's like almost making an indentation. Let's try this. Maybe this is what it warrants. Start off with the top part. Okay, that's better. All right, much better. You can see that's a gnarly piece of log. Let me see if I can do one more time. And this time I'm going to try to use the rear of the blade. But I tell you what, I feel a lot of hand shock, that's for sure. Not very efficient from the rear. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to say the least. So from the rear, it's probably not a good idea to do this, to baton. So let's use the front again. All right, sorry about that, troops, but it just got to reposition. And it looks like I'm going to be going through a knot, so let's see how it does. Okay. Not bad, but not the greatest. I don't see how you would call this a machete. I wonder how you would use this in the jungle on some brush, you know? But, all right, I'm going to go off camera, process more of this stuff, and then we'll do some feather sticks. See if this is capable with such a thick convex blade. All right, troops, I was going to process feather sticks off the camera, but as I was doing it with some of the pieces of wood, I experienced, not a very positive chopping. So I wanted to show you on video what I've been experiencing. But to be fair, when I was batoning, as you can see, I did go through this knot and it did cut through it, okay? I am not 100% against this knife yet, but this has been my experiences. It's not as efficient as some other blades that I've been using. It's still cool to have in the inventory, but I enjoy something functional. In case that shit hit the fan happens, I can, I want to know that I can grab a knife and know that it'll work well for me. Definitely not the first knife that I would pick up, that's for sure. All right, so the first thing that I notice is usually if I tap a knife into something, it starts to stick right away. Because this convex edge is so thick, when I tap, there's nothing happening. It doesn't stick. So it just seems to make it a little bit harder into doing something. Now it is taking a while to do some splitting. It's doing it, you just have to be more attentive, it seems, in my opinion. Especially compared with a lot of the other big buoys or knives that I have used, to test this out. But you see, it's not biting into the wood, so it's moving on me, and I can't get a proper position. I guess you just have to slam it hard right in. Look, even trying to hit this into the log, it takes a little bit of time. All right, I've got some feather sticks. Let's do some feathering. All right, I've got one piece of wood that is the pressure treated wood, and then I've got that log that you just saw me split. Let's see if we could make at least some curls with such a thick edge. Pressure treated first. Okay, that's a good sign. Yeah, definitely not gliding through. The large size also makes it very difficult to do it anything from the front. And I guess that's why you got to have a companion knife. But I mean, real quick, it's making something. So let's see if I can make a feather stick. It's doing it. Okay, it's doing it. It's doing it for sure. I'm not going to knock it. Plus, this is the first time I'm using this, so it looks like it's doing an okay job. I'm going to keep on going with this one. All right, not bad. I mean, it definitely did it. Okay, it definitely did it. So this is the pressure treated wood. And let's try that piece of log that I cut up. I got some nice curls over here, which is great. Let's see if I could choke up very carefully over here. I probably should wear gloves. Well, at least it's making curls. Now, I don't know of any other YouTuber who has demonstrated this kukri. I think I might be the second or third, but I'm really doing a lot of, outdoor work with it. I don't know, maybe this is more for a jungle environment. Okay, so manually she's making the curls. We're not talking Goldilocks curls over here, but so far so good. Now what I'll do is I'll tap this into the stump, into the Legion chopping block, and we'll see if we could do some pull curls with this. Oh, look at this, folks. Look at that, I just broke the walnut handle. Look at that, just from tapping it in. Well, that kind of sucks. All right, we'll keep on going. All right, I think she's in there pretty good. Let's see. Well, at least the pull curls seem to be working way better. Still, that edge is not to my liking. Yeah, not too good, guys. It's doing it, but nothing like, some other knives that I've reviewed and tested. Hey, Joe Flowers, you owe me a Band-Aid for that. That piece of wood hit my thumb. Maybe that's why they came out with the K-Tac with that, steel pommel, so that this wouldn't happen, this break. I'll show you guys again once I'm done over here. I know, that's frustrating, folks. I'm not getting the results that I want. So I'm going to just say it's adequate. I mean, it's not the greatest. And once again, just by batoning the top, I just broke this. That sucks. I'm hoping maybe Condor will do something. Maybe I got to send it back in. I don't know. That's just shitty. But to be quite honest, as far as functionality goes, this knife would rock as far as functionality goes. It's still going, even though that this broke, right? Obviously, so you can't fault it for that. All right, let's do some quick tip test. I want to see how this thing can split a piece of wood. Just get this out of the way. Not bad. And then after this, we're going to do some chopping. Okay, that's good. Definitely splitting the wood very well. Okay, let's try this thick piece right here. Let's see what we can do. This is an awkward piece of wood. Let me just make sure I'm doing this safely. Okay, it's starting to crack. Definitely working out okay. All right, that's cool. All right, so the tip test is good. Let's do some chopping. Let's see what we could do here. Now, this being broken is sharp, and it is digging into my skin if I'm not careful, so that's good. That's really good. All right. All right, well, at least we know that it can definitely do the chopping because it's so front blade heavy. One more, let's see, I got this really thick piece. Let's see if it'll cut it in half. All right, I'm satisfied with that. All right, Legionnaires, one thing I did notice, this seems to have a pretty sharp spine. Let's give it a test. Okay, I'm just gonna see if I could scrape some shavings over here up the fat wood. Looks like it's doing it. Yeah, not bad. It's working it. It's working it. Let me see. Yeah, this thing is just so thick. All right, maybe I got to use my thumb over here and just guide it. Again, not the best. Let me test out the secondary. Yeah, big difference. Big difference. Well, the knife is sharp because I just accidentally hit my thumb. It's sharp, but it's definitely not doing the job that I expect it to do. It is starting to rain here, folks, but I'm out here for you guys anyway. Yeah, just not what I expect. All right, let me finish this off camera. I got to take care of my wound, and we'll do a Legion light up. All right, troops, we are going to do an honorary Legion light up for Jason Brown. Unfortunately, Jason Brown met a very tragic accident and has left our world. My heartfelt condolences to his family. So, without further ado, this Legion light up is for Jason Brown. I know how many of you content creators respected Jason. This is also for you guys. Got a little spark, but I'm afraid of cutting myself. All right, troops, it's pretty much pouring out here. I'm doing my best. Let's see if this spine will light it up now with a little bit more fluff. All right. All right, Jason Brown, God bless you, sir. You have been honored. Also, to the other content creators, this is for you guys. I'm sorry for your loss of a very good friend. All right, Legionnaires, let's do a conclusion. I am definitely not a fan of this Kukri. I thought it was going to be big, badass, you know, but it was a bit disappointing for me. Did it do the job? Yeah, I mean, it feathered. It did pull curls. You know, it split wood. It did chop wood. You saw me cut that huge pressure-treated piece of wood right there. It can do the job, it's just not going to do it efficiently, folks. And that, to me, is a little bit on the disappointing side. Now, I did break a little piece of that, you know, wood handle, unfortunately. That's probably why it's good to stick with micarta or G10. But look, overall, the knife did a job, you know? It did a really good job. My definite suggestion to any of you guys who are interested in still buying this piece, because I still think it's a cool Kukri, you know, especially for the price, 130 bucks, that you definitely have a side companion knife. Whether it's a folder, whether it's something on your hip, you definitely want something. Unless you're an expert to regrind the edge, and I have no idea how to regrind this that thin. So the convex edge is great. I mean, I did wind up cutting myself, you know, just by tapping it. So it is sharp. It's just the convex edge is so thick. It was difficult and not that easy to do things that I am used to doing with other knives. All right, Legionnaires, it's raining out here. I got to get out of here. I want to thank you guys for watching my video. I wish it was a better, more positive video. Again, the knife is not bad. I would definitely, you know, buy it, but probably in a different configuration. And again, I want to thank you guys for taking a look. Let me know what is in your pockets. And vets and military, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching this video. It is kind of loud because it's pouring right now and I got to get out of here. But actually, I'm glad that I came in the rain to do this because it's a different environment. And if you're stuck out there, you know, and this is all you have, at least you kind of know what this knife is capable of. All right, I want to bring awareness to everybody. Hashtag 22 a day, hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans out there who, when they come out of the service, and military personnel who come out of the service, they face a lot of challenges. And unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. At the end of this video will be slides. In my comments and in my descriptions will be phone numbers, websites, and a very important message from a Legionnaire, Martin Miller. Please read his heartfelt message and seek the help that you guys have earned and deserved. All right, troops, Legionnaires, even though it's raining, I was glad to do this today. You guys take care of yourselves. Hold the line, folks.
Legionnaires!